Grace, we can't hear you.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. My apologies. Again, welcome to Let's Talk Tuesdays. I have everyone on the call. If at any time you have a question, if your screen is on, you can wave your hand. We will acknowledge you that way. If your screen is not on, not to worry, you can scroll down to the bottom, click on Manage Participants. From there, you'll see a small blue hand that says raise hand. Click on that, and we will acknowledge you that way. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Field. Every morning when I get up and get dressed to go into the office, I always listen to a Joel Osteen sermon on YouTube. And on this particular day that I was listening to, the name of his sermon was Miracles in Your Mouth. And he was saying how it's good to believe for something, but nothing happens until you speak it. And I was like, man, Joel is right. But then I thought about it and I said, got to take it a step further. Not only do you have to speak about it, but you must vibrate at what you're speaking about as well. Because I can say I'm going to get $1 million all day long, but if I'm not vibrating at what I just said, it won't come to pass. And so I said, Joel spoke about miracles in your mouth. I want to take it a step further and talk about victories in your vibration. So just allow the Baptist in me for that title. Thank you all very much. Thank you so much for that. Victories in your vibration. Antonio had came up with a formula, and y'all know I love formulas because I'm a math person, but he came up with a formula that said thought plus emotion equals creation. Thought plus emotion equals creation. And when I saw that and I thought about it, I said, that is so true, because whatever you think and put emotions behind, you create. Just think about the things that you've done and you thought about. And I'm talking about vibrations, but we call it feelings. When you feel something, you're vibrating at some level. And whatever you think about and you put emotions behind it, you create. If I said, I'll go back to the thing I said, oh, you know what? I'm going to get $1 million. But then I feel the exact opposite of getting the $1 million. Guess what I just created? Not getting $1 million, because I didn't vibrate at the frequency of what I just said. How you feel about something is what you're going to get more of. Now, I love affirmations. I really do. And they actually work. But they only work when you put the vibrations and the emotions behind them. If I said money comes easily and frequently to me, I can say that all day long. But if in the back of my mind, I'm saying, girl, stop lying, you know that is not true. And I feel, girl, stop lying, you know that's not true. Guess what I'm going to get? Girl, stop lying, you know that's not true. Money does not come easily and frequently to me, because I have vibrated at that frequency that money does not vibrate easily and frequently to me. So affirmations are very wonderful, but they only work when you vibrate at the frequency of your affirmations. If I make the decision and said, you know what, this month I made a decision to lose 5 pounds. I'm going to get started. I'm going to do my 300 push-ups like Antonio challenged us to do. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to drink plenty of water. And while I'm saying this, if I'm feeling good and really excited about what I'm going to do, that 5 pounds will drop off. You know how I know? Because I've lost 27 pounds so far. And I made a decision that I was going to do what I could to get the weight off of me and keep it off this time. That's one thing. The other thing, thank you, Tiffany. The other thing, be intentional about vibrating at a higher frequency. Be intentional about vibrating at a higher frequency. When you vibrate at low frequencies, that's when things that don't serve you come about. Vibrating at low frequencies. That's when, anytime you vibrate at a low frequency, that's when doubt can creep in. That's when fear will come about. That's when anger pops up. That's when the depression comes. And we say things, and sometimes we don't even realize that we're vibrating at a low frequency. Oh, I hope I get this promotion. Ooh, I hope I get into this college program. Ooh, I hope I can get this business up and running. You can just hear it in my voice that I'm vibrating at a low frequency. Anytime you hope something happens, you're not vibrating at the frequency that you should be. Instead, if I say, you know what, I'm getting this promotion. I'm going to get into this college program because my dream is to do this, that, and this. You know what? This business that I desire, it's going to get up and running. I'm going to see to it that it does. I'm vibrating at a higher frequency because not only am I believing it, I'm thinking it, I have emotion behind it. I have that confident emotion behind it, and therefore I'm going to create what it is that I want. Now, you always create what it is that you want, but it can either serve you or it can't serve you. You're always putting thoughts and emotions behind things, and therefore you create them. Now, there have been times where all of us have thought about, you know what, I'm going to kill him. But you didn't have the emotion behind it. Therefore, you didn't create it and carry it out, okay? That was just figure of speech. When you make the decision to intentionally vibrate at a higher frequency, things you desire begin to come to fruition. When you make the decision to intentionally vibrate at a higher frequency, things you desire begin to come to fruition. Antonio has a video on YouTube, on his YouTube channel called There is Happiness When You Go Higher. And in the video, he talks about how you can't go higher if you continue to struggle with lower things and lower people. Well, that's the same thing as struggling with low vibrations. If you continue to be around people who intentionally vibrate at a lower frequency, you'll start to do the same. I'm pretty sure all of us have heard, hey, if you hang around 9 broke friends, who can finish the rest of this sentence for me? What happens if I hang around 9 broke friends? Anybody?
You'll be broke too.
That's it. I will be the 10th. Thank you, Ms. Susan. If I hang around 9 broke friends, I will be the 10th because I'm hanging around people who are intentionally vibrating at a lower frequency. People who always, the people who are always vibrating at a lower frequency, people who always complain, people who never have anything positive to say, people who are always talking about other people and how what they're doing isn't going to work. Those people intentionally vibrate at a lower frequency. Oh, you know what? I know Kiara over there trying to do a thing with that business university, but I tried that, and I tried to do the same thing and get my business up and running, but I don't think it's gonna work for her because when I tried, no, I'm vibrating at a lower frequency. Kiara doesn't need to hang around me, okay? Oh. Tiffany, I hear you just got started with the Bureau of Dominant Speakers. You wanna become that great motivational speaker? I don't know, Tiffany, because I tried becoming a motivational speaker, and when it happened to me, this, that, and the third happened. No, Tiffany, don't hang around me. I'm vibrating at a lower frequency. So these are the people that you do not want to hang around. There is happiness when you go higher. For those of you who have seen the movie The Secret, there's a part in there where a lady got diagnosed with cancer, and she's telling her story. And after she found out the results, she, went home, told her husband that when they watch TV, they could only watch comedy TV shows and movies because she wanted to continuously laugh to keep her spirits up. And every day she would always say, "Thank you for my healing." And she would do nothing but laugh, laugh, laugh all day long. And then sometime later when she went to the doctor for a checkup, the doctor found out and looked at her results, and there were no signs of cancer in her body. Why? Because she chose to operate at a higher frequency. She says, yes, I have this cancer, but the cancer does not have me. The cancer does not have me. You want to vibrate at a higher frequency at all times. I know sometimes it can get rough and things happen, but you want to make sure you shift your vibration. I'm not saying you won't have bad moments, but don't turn your bad moment into a bad day. Always do your best to be intentional about vibrating at a higher frequency. Back when I was teaching, and I think it may have been maybe year 5, year 4, I don't remember, but back when I was teaching, there was the new iPad, the very first iPad. This is the first or the second one. I think it was the very first iPad had just come out. And I said, have always been a gadget person. And I said, man, I really want that iPad. You know what? I'm going to get an iPad. I don't know how I'm going to get it, but I'm going to get one. And every day that I saw commercials on TV, I would smile and tell myself, I'm going to get an iPad. I don't know how I'm going to get it, but I'm going to get one. And then I'd go to the Apple website and just look at the iPads and just smile and be happy and told myself, you know what? I am going to get me an iPad. Well, being a math teacher, for every teacher, during the summer, you have professional development courses and classes. And I knew of a company who did professional development specifically for math teachers. And I knew they gave out manipulatives and everything that you can use in your classroom for your students so that they can learn better. And one of my coworkers said, hey, are you doing the math program this summer? I said, yeah, I heard that they were giving manipulatives and everything so students can learn and have fun with everything that they can use. She said, yeah, you know what? They're also giving away an iPad. I said, ding, 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 ding. Oh, okay. So this is how this works. I vibrated at, I'm going to get me an iPad. Didn't matter how I didn't know. It didn't matter that I didn't know how I was going to get it. I just knew that I was going to get an iPad. And because I vibrated at that frequency of I'm getting an iPad, that's what happened. So I got my very first iPad. I just said that to say, be intentional about vibrating at a higher frequency because there is victory in your vibrations. Not only do you have to think it, not only do you have to speak it, but you need to feel it and vibrate at that frequency as well. My name is Grace Yvonne Sandles, and now the floor is open. If you have a question or a thought about tonight's topic, I would love to hear from you. All right. All right, Ms. Charmone, the floor is yours.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am, you're unmuted. We can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My question is, what are some ways you can battle self-doubt in a low frequency language?
That is a good one, Charmone. Battle self-doubt in a low frequency language. What I tend to do, well, I have a core group that helps me to not, when that self-doubt creeps in and that low frequency that I want to happen. I have a core team that helps me not do that. They'll be like, you can't do that. Come on. Get out of that. That's not going to serve you. If you don't have people that will help you to battle that self-doubt and that low frequency area, start looking at videos to help you. Look at motivational videos to encourage you. And there are lots of people out there who can very well help you. I'm biased when I say Antonio, but he can help you. He has YouTube videos, but you also have other people because success speaks one language. You have the Tony Robbins, you have the Eric Thomases, you have the Iyanla Van Zants, you have the Lisa Nichols, and the Oprah Winfrey, all of those people. Go to YouTube, look at those motivational videos, and just whatever you're battling, type that in.
Okay.
Self-doubt motivation. Click.
Okay.
There will be tons of videos there.
Okay.
Abraham Hicks, I'm going to put that in chat. Abraham Hicks. She is another one. The lady. Okay. Something. Can someone please type in Abraham Hicks for me? Something's going on with my laptop, or I'm not able to type just yet. But Abraham Hicks is another lady who is very powerful. And if you type her name in, thank you, Tempest. If you type her name in into YouTube, now Tempest and myself, we call her a dragger, but she will drag you all the way and get you right.
Okay.
Get you all the way and get you right. I hope that helped you, Ms. Charbonne.
It did. Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, Miss Michelle G. Oh, go ahead, sir.
I'll let Michelle go first.
Okay, thank you. All right, Michelle G, floor is yours.
Hi. I was just going to say, Charmone, to help you with your question, this group, you're in the perfect spot. From experience, I'm telling you that you are in the perfect spot. This group helps so much. The calls, and if you're feeling down, just put it in the chat. Put something in the chat. Trust me, you'll have people responding to you and you didn't even expect it. Or you can inbox individuals and they will respond to you. They will, we all will. Let me stop saying they. We will respond to you, and we will, do our best to help you as much as we can. But this group is the perfect thing to help you with that.
All right. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Michelle G, for that. She is correct, Charmone. This group will definitely help you. We are all in the business of helping each other and lifting each other up and continuing to be there for one another, because we understand that outside is the quote unquote matrix, but inside here, you have a family, you have a group of people who genuinely care about you. Even if you just started and you barely know us, just ask that question, and just like Michelle G just hopped in, any one of us can help you like that. I wanted to read what Tempest put in. Recognize when your self-doubt creeps up and what and or who triggers it. Now that is important. If you know what triggers it, you will know what to avoid or how to handle it when it comes. Pour into yourself. Watching videos is good. Read a book or talk to someone. Learn to love yourself and believe in yourself. Lean on someone or a group that will honor your value. Thank you so much for that, Tempest. And she said her door is always open. I'm telling you, we are a family, Charmone. Yes. Okay. Thank you again for that, Miss Michelle G. Mr. Phil.
Feelings, nothing more than feelings. You mentioned Abraham Hicks. They use a graph called the Emotional Guidance Scale. And I'm sure you can Google it and find it. It's a 22-point scale, and it talks about where you're vibrating. And there's different levels of the scale. And level 1 through 22. Give me a number between 1 and 22.
12.
12. 12 is disappointment. 13 is doubt. And 11 is overwhelming. So you can see how you can go from being overwhelmed to being disappointed to doubting. Then 14 is worry, 15 is blame, 16 is discouragement, 17 is anger, 18 is revenge, 19 is hatred and rage, 20 is jealousy, 21 is insecurity, guilt, and unworthiness, and 22 is fear, grief, depression, powerlessness, and being a victim. That's the lowest vibration you can have on the scale. That's the downward spiral. Now the upward spiral, 7 is contentment, 8 is hopefulness, 6 is hopefulness, 5 is optimism, 4 is positive expectation, belief, 3 is enthusiasm, which comes from the Greek word theos, which means God within, 2 is passion, and then 1 is joy, knowledge, empowerment, freedom, love, and appreciation. So the point of the scale is wherever you are on the scale, that's where you are. And I mentioned it as an earlier call. Denying your feelings is like putting a sticker over the gas gauge of your automobile and saying, I'm not going to pay any attention to that. You should never say to yourself or anybody else, you shouldn't feel that way, because that's where you are. You're there. So you have a choice at that point. Do you want to stay where you are on the emotional guidance scale? Do you want to drop down and get lower on the emotional guidance scale? Or do you want to go up and higher on the emotional guidance scale? It's your choice, but at least you know where you are, and then you can make a decision on where you want to go from where you are.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Phil. That is very helpful. Thank you so much. That scale is very helpful. Is there anyone else who had a question or some thoughts about tonight's topic?
I do.
Go ahead, ma'am.
To my sister who was talking about what she needed to do, there is a book called The Self-Confidence Workbook by Barbara Markway. It's a really encouraging piece writing. When I read something when I'm feeling pretty low or I'm not feeling that confident, it is better for me to get it intellectually, because we go through something called rumination. And I was going to say also, outside of that book, finding your focus. Usually when we're not focused on what it is we need to be focused on, our mind and our confidence and our emotions are all over the place. And to stop that process of rumination, I always pick up a book. So if it's something, if I'm not feeling confident that day, I'll go read and research everything I can on building my self-confidence, because it's usually something you'll find that reminds you and brings you back to your center that will kind of help you work through those emotions.
Kiara, what was the name of the book again?
It's called The Self-Confidence Workbook by Barbara Markway. And it actually allows you to write, give some call and response. They give all the intellectual pieces, and then they allow you to write about your own situation, and it kind of will highlight some things that are going on with you and give you some ways to work through it.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay. Is there anyone else who would like to share some thoughts on tonight's topic or have a question? Let's see here. Okay. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us on tonight's Let's Talk Tuesday. Again, there is victory in your vibration. Thank you, Victor. You're very welcome. There is victory in your vibration. Be intentional about vibrating at a higher frequency. Vibrate at what it is that you want. Speak it, think it, feel it, and you'll create it. Tonight, we have Antonio on tonight's live feed. He is live on Real Talk Radio with Lanita Hale, and they just started, and they wanted me to direct you to the live video that's going on now. If you go to Facebook, go to his Antonio T. Smith Jr. page, you can look at it from there. Thank you all for joining us. I am glad to see you all on, and everyone have a great evening. Take care. Love you more, Phil.
Love ya.
Love you more.
Thanks, Grace. Great class.
Thank you. You're very welcome, Ms. Sam.